All right, welcome to another podcast of Days Between Us. I'm joined by Emmanz1. Thank you so much for joining me, bro.
For sure, for sure.
He's been doing this for a long time, but one of the upcoming artists, DJ, producer, actor, director.
One day. we get in there, we get in there.
Everything,
I
yeah?
know, bro.
How you been, bro?
Yeah, been good. You know, blessed, wonderful day. Was just coming off from a wedding.
Yeah.
And it's a good stuff to see, like, people get married, two people coming together. You know, it's a different vibe, different energy, but it was fun.
Is that something you're after?
Oh.
On record?
Oh. Now we'll see, you know, I don't know, I mean, we'll get there, you know, step by step, you know, climbing the ladder step by step. So, what about you?
Step by step.
Hey.
Yeah, you know.
Nice.
Nah, you gotta get, you know, times are tough, bro. You gotta get, you know, money sorted. You gotta get your shit sorted before you get married, right?
Of course,
Marriage is expensive.
Bruh, nothing is free.
Nothing's free, especially for men.
I know, you know, it's like, men has to be the backbone. You gotta work hard.
Yeah.
You gotta get up. Of course, women work hard as well, don't get me wrong. But it's just like...
New Zealand, especially, ladies work hard.
I know.
You know? It's like, I've seen them do a lot of work that I feel like most men don't do.
Exactly.
Which is great.
Big up the wines, you know, our ladies, big up.
That's great, bro. How's work?
Yeah, work is good. You know, work is good.
Yeah.
We slowly pushing, you know, every day comes with a different, you know, obstacles.
Yeah.
But within those obstacles, I feel like you need to find true happiness. Whether you're working, because, you know, work can be stressful sometimes.
Yeah.
You got to do this, you got to do that.
Yeah.
But you just go by day, case by case. So, yeah.
Is it, so you're a DJ, right?
Yeah, DJ sometimes, but most of the time it's just like heavily involved in the music. Like music, like, you know.
So you produce?
Music production or also performance as well.
Yeah.
So actively perform.
So you're not one of those DJs that just DJs. You actually know how to make music.
Of course.
Yeah. So what type of music do you make?
So with E3, you know, with the way that I've got into music, I tend to make a lot of Afrobeat, hip hop, and then heavily involved in, like, you know, grime, but anything with a hop beat type of vibe, you know, something to connect with the sound to get people going, you know. I make music that I don't want people to just be dead, like, you know, looking.
Yeah.
I want to make music that people are going to be dancing, you know. You're going to be feeling the beat that makes you truly happy.
Yeah.
And then that's the type of music we make.
That's great. And, like, is there a lot of fan base in New Zealand for that kind of music?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, like, before, it wasn't like that. But now, the world is evolving. You know, things are really changing now. And music is going viral.
True.
So you see a lot of people now, like, you know, dancing to Afrobeat, like with the likes of Burna Boy, Wizkid, you know, Thames. And then with hip hop, we've got Drake, we've got Kendrick.
True.
We've got, like, you know...
Drake and Kendrick. Are those two examples you can
No, even right out of the state, you know.
We got Khabib, we got Conor, we got Drake, we got Kendrick.
For real, bro. For real.
Have you seen the discs? Like, are you listening to the discs?
Yeah, I've been catching up on that. That's going crazy.
They're not letting me catch up. Kendrick dropped an entire album.
It's going fire.
Yeah.
But what do you reckon is going to win this beef?
Bro, I think there's no... Like, I feel like there's no... For me to listen to Kendrick is really hard. Because I gotta dig deep. I gotta know shit before I understand.
Exactly.
You know, like, Drake comes out and he puts it straight right there. Your house is small and your wife is this and your feet is small, you know?
Yeah,
I don't have to look into the background, right?
I know.
Yeah. But with Kendrick, it's like, you gotta know what the guy has done. It's like, you took a left turn wrong. On 9057, bro. You know what I mean?
It's like a lot of metaphoric phrases, and which makes you, as an artist, as a creative, you want to have a different type of level so that people can actually think twice to understand the concept of music.
True.
But obviously, Drake is just giving it an idea, but you need time to create so that when you create, you get that just like, damn, this is some deep stuff.
But it's like, it's crazy when you're getting dissed in a deep level.
It's crazy. It's crazy, like legit.
Yeah. No, I mean, amazing artists, both of them.
Yeah.
Like, I listen to both Drake a lot because he has a lot more, I guess, club music.
Even pop people. I mean, I don't want to be shady, but someone made a comment like saying, like, I think it was the Andre 3000. It was saying, I feel like Drake music is like too mainstream to be like a pop music.
Yeah.
But obviously Drake is not gonna feel that. Like, Drake would be like, why would you want to call me out as a pop? But I feel like Drake is making music true to himself.
True.
At the same time, you know, it comes out on how you open to his music.
Yeah.
And that's what I just feel like. But different levels of rap are different.
Yeah,
So.
that's true.
And but I mean, shout out to Drake, but I still fuck with Kendrick.
Yeah. Hopefully we can have them on the podcast one day.
For sure, 100%, bro. 100%.
Yeah. Well, you never know. You never know. But I mean, the line that he dropped on Metro Booming, I saw a video online where a guy shouts in the crowd, Metro, go and make some beats. You know
I know.
Shut your ass up and make me beats. Yeah. And then he was like, yo, I heard that, bro.
I know. You know, and then that's the level of rap, you know, and I feel like with the hip-hop music scene now, they're trying to bring it back to the old school where it was like beef between, you know, Tupac and Biggie, but obviously that was deep beef. But now, bring it up.
I mean, people should die, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like this is more of a, like, it's all more like a money level.
Yeah.
It's more like, hey, let's put out the best tracks. It's not like, hey, if I see you on the street,
I'm gonna come after you.
Yeah.
I know, bro.
But back in the day, it was like, you see each other, there's war.
There's real beef.
Yeah.
It's like real one, you know.
Real death.
I know, bro. And that's scary, you know. That's scary.
100%. Talking about death, do you feel New Zealand is safe?
Ooh, I mean...
That's the worst way to translate it. That's the worst way. You know what I asked you? But just before I came to the studio, I was just reading about how in Australia, there's like people being knifed down, you know, like in the malls and everything, and that increasing then in New Zealand for the past 2 months, we've had like so many ram raids and so many things. How do you feel? Yeah,
it's quite crazy, and I think, I mean, I'm not too political, you know, but I feel like changes in government has really messed up the whole, like, you know, whole scene where, like, you know, not many families are being fed, and then people now are going out of their ways to cause damage. You know, young children are like, you know, my mom is not giving me money. Obviously, I need to link up with, like, you know, my friends to do something. And with doing something motivates them to do extremely bad stuff. You know, they become like, you know, gangsters. Like, oh, I want to go ram raid. I want to make money. I want this. I want that. But if there's a system properly in place to get people money, then obviously, like, you know, people will be living well.
True.
And it's a global stuff. And I think it's still reflective back on COVID. You know, COVID has really messed up everybody's like game.
I 100% believe that. I mean, just the music industry and then the music scenes and the clubs in New Zealand itself have had so much issues. A lot of places shut after COVID just because they couldn't sustain, and I feel like that also became really hard on the artists as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, for example, in your case, are you getting gigs easy?
Like, honestly, it hasn't been like what it used to be before. So I haven't been getting much lately. True. So the only gigs we've just been doing are just like minor gigs, like probably like wedding, you know, when it comes to DJing. But for an active performance to actually create a show, there hasn't been a lot. The last event I did was an event at Atoe Square, Afrofest. Yeah. So which was organized by Lola and Rebecca. So shout out to them as well. Yeah. So they're trying to find ways to bring, you know, local artists in place, give them a chance to perform. Yeah. And the industry in New Zealand has been so hard, you know. True. I don't even know how to explain it, because, you know, it got to a stage where I felt like I didn't want to get involved in terms of, like, you know, asking people for like support. And I'll precisely mention this name of group as the New Zealand Music in the Air. I've reached out many times for like funding, support. But obviously, all the music that we've done has been self-funded. I'm talking about like me investing like all through the years, looking at how many tracks I've done. I've spent probably like more than 10 grand on recording tracks and then working with different artists as well.
Your own money, right?
My own money. Yeah. Like heavily invested into the music. And this was through like working like almost like every time just to make money. But obviously passion was involved. Yeah. But you reaching out for someone to sort of like support so that you can bring like, you know, a lot of talents around has been really hard. And trust me, there are a lot of talented people that don't know how to actually find a way for themselves. But it comes down to if people can push them. I've pushed a lot of people. Yeah. And I can make notes on names of people that I've pushed. But this has been heavily from my side, like just like supportive, you know, just whatever I have, I'll give it to them.
So what changes do you think should should be done to make it better?
I mean, I reckon like, availability for people to get free access to, music studio times, availability to have a mentor that will be there to fully understand the artist. Because you as an artist, you have different ways you want to create or express yourself. Music is all about expression. It's all about like, your true being.
Yeah.
And you want to bring the best out of yourself so that you can be happy and wherever you're inspiring can be happy as well. And I think that's the best nature of music. So having
free studios.
Yeah, studios, like free studio sessions that will be very meaningful, helpful, and also making the funding not too strict in their way like regular people that they know. Because it's like, if you know those people very well, we can give them a chance. Yeah. But obviously for new artists that don't have any support, like they don't even know how to get there, they don't really know which way they can take. Because every time I look at the funding list, I see just like literally same people that got it last time. And I'm like, what the heck?
But the thing is, like, I think it's like a safe bet where those people make the money. Probably they have like a kind of a fan base. So that's why they get the funding as well. But then for the same reason, a lot of new upcoming artists just don't get any limelight.
Exactly.
But then how much, so if I'm doing as an individual artist, I want to become a famous person, I want to put my music out there, right? How much do I have to spend?
I mean, like, you don't really need to spend too much.
Yeah.
But what you need money for, obviously, you're going to need money for like marketing and then money for studio time. I think studio time is the first phase. Yeah. And then know what type of songs you want to do. Been in the studio, work with the artist depending on your expressions. True. Work with the artist to develop a beat. And then if you want to do songwriting, because songwriting is also a different aspect of creating music. Yeah. So you take your time to write your songs, have your songs ready, have the beat ready. And then when it's time to start recording, then you can go on, Yeah. And obviously with those time, you're going to require a lot of hours, and then a lot of hours resulting to a lot of money. Yeah. Because you need that money to actually be in the studio, to take your time, that's true, to bring the best of your creation out.
So how do you earn money right now? Do you earn through Spotify, YouTube, or mainly gigs?
Yeah, I mean, right now with the streamlines, I won't lie to you, like, we've put a lot, but the return has been like really like low. Yeah. And as I said, like, with us doing music, because I also work with my bro Walkit as well. Yeah. With us doing music is closely being just like the passion, the drive to create what we want to create and to get our message out. Yeah. So right now, nothing. Like I get some reports come true. Sometimes for one stream you'd be surprised you're getting 0.0000007.1 cents. Yeah. And that's nothing. Holy shit. Which is like, of course you're doing promotions, you're actively doing like, posts and stuff, but I just feel like it's just the industry in New Zealand that has not been supportive. But surprisingly, we have fans outside New Zealand that actually listen to our music. So when people listen to the music outside, of course, a little bit of streams depending on the countries, is much higher than the streams in NZ.
But is it more like the type of music that you make to the taste of New Zealand youngsters? Because the thing, to be honest, like, I haven't seen, when I've gone to the clubs over here, unlike other countries, I don't see a lot of 24, 25, 26 and above. Yeah. It's mainly between the age of 18 to 21, 22. Yeah. And I say this with a lot of regret because I feel really old when I go to the club. Like, I know, man. I look like I'm about to pick up my kid or something.
For real, different generations.
Different generation, yeah. And then the music has completely changed. Yeah. Like back in the day, it was like technos and EDMs and stuff. I have no idea what they listen to right now. It's just construction. I mean, not like that, but again, it's a different taste for everybody. But do you think it's more like the type of music that you make hasn't been introduced properly, or just the fan base is different? People are listening to something else.
So I feel like, I mean, obviously, as I said, like with the hip-hop, Afrobeat, Amapiano evolving, of course, like, people are aware of those music. Yeah. And then it's just that, the radio stations, shout out to my FM as well. I've been there like, a couple of times for interviews, so they've been very supportive. True. But where it ends is if there's a way for them to play your music repetitively, then obviously that will drive more fan base. But it's like, I have a session with them and then it ends there. So, which is like, oh, okay, you know, that's not enough support.
Yeah.
Because it takes extra miles to even get to those, like, you know, channels as well.
100%.
So, which is like, you know, there's people ready, like people ready to hear the music, because obviously people are open to learn new stuff. People are open to hear like different type of music.
Yeah.
But the only reasons why music is not being driven is also through radio. Because if radio is not playing your song enough, because someone heard one of our songs that we dropped, Super Story with Wildkid, with the bro Wildkid as well, and produced by Check Patterns, they were like, damn, they really love this track.
Yeah.
But it stops there because the radio's not pushing the track consistently. They only played it once and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
But if there's enough resources or enough space for this radio stations to continuously play the music, people will get familiar with your song.
I mean, I think that's just music industry altogether. I mean, I'm sure it's not just you or in your genre. Everybody else is, as someone you're starting, right? You're just struggling. The marketing, of course, takes place. But if it's not viral, if it doesn't go millions of views already on TikTok and, you know, Instagram, then it's just hard to get playtime, even though like how good your music is.
Exactly.
And I just feel like that's again, it's not fair, but at the same time, the radio has to make some money, right?
Of course.
So they gotta play something that's happening. So, but you do DJ, right? You go to clubs.
Yeah. Like, you know,
how's the clubbing scene?
So I mean, it's changed. You know, as you said, like, you know, it's the club scene and the music scene. It varies based on, like, you know, different age. Yeah. And as you said, like, you know, different age request different type of music. True. Like now, obviously, you can hear this type of artists like, you know, Springtime by Central C. You know, that's the new sort of like trend. You know, when you play the music, everyone's like, you know, the man them singing to see Drake. You know, So that's the sort of like generation, like, you know, vibes that. Or the era we're currently in now.
True.
So you have to be able to like merge, like, you know, the music to the taste of, like, you know, the younger generations.
100%.
And then older generations was more like Tupac. Every time you play Tupac in a different age group, everyone's like, oh shit, this is dope.
But bro, like the thing is about like Tupac and stuff. I just feel like it's not like that much of a club music, to be honest. You know, like. There's people like the new generation just make music for dance. You don't dance.
I know.
You listen to Tupac. So it's like you're sitting in the club and you're like, oh, that's so good Tupac. Hey, no one move.
I know.
I'm listening.
I know, bro.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, like, you know, that differences in age groups. So you have to be able to basically balance it as well.
Yeah.
And then when you go to some other events, like for example, the African community always develop events as well. You know, like shout out to DJ Banty. She's always putting on Walk It Up as well. Rebecca as well. She's always putting up a show as well. Yeah. And Lola always get involved as well to support everyone. So obviously when it comes to the Afro scene, everyone goes to those parties, like, and then they play Afro beats, piano, and then different DJs come in here and there. You know, we've got DJ like Maximo, Brotherhood's DJ, two brothers that I really know very well. You know, shout out to them as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, DJ Banty, all the DJs, you know, they play the music to give life to the scene. And then you'll be surprised, it's not just the Africans coming around, it's everyone. Everybody inclusive. And that's the music. Music is all inclusive.
So
just
I
come
can
around.
go there.
Bro, for sure, bro. You're probably going to be surprised. Like, you're going to see yourself grooving, you know.
Yeah, 100%. Bro, I'm down. Like, I've been clubbing since I was allowed.
Oh,
you know, since I was 18.
I feel you.
Since the first day.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, one thing is about DJs. So does it take skills? Not producing, of course.
Yeah.
Takes skills, 100%. But DJing, is it more about marketing or does it actually take skills to DJ?
It really takes skills and technicality as well, because you need to be able to basically, like, you know, merge one song and the other song same time to blend in. It's like when you're making coffee.
True.
You need to like get a proper roast and then add the proper milk to it to make a nice coffee.
True.
Because if the coffee is whack, you're gonna notice.
Yeah.
So being a DJ, you need to make sure like your music is like properly tuned in very well. Like when you're mixing, the mixing is done properly well.
Yeah.
Because people can hear when you make a mistake, or people can hear when you make like a half beat sort of like sinking or you transition wrongly. Yeah. So you need to be in that position to make sure like, okay, it involves a lot of crowd. Imagine going from I beat like, hey, and the next thing you just drop into a random song that was a low drop.
So the thing is, like, I have one thing I don't like about certain DJs. Back in the day, I was in India.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of artists over there. Some amazing artists who not only DJ, but they also produce. And I have a lot of respect for them because they actually used to produce their mixes as well. Like, you know, add their own bits so that they have a better flow.
Yeah.
And there's this other artist ones, all right? Like, they you know, they were good with the manager. They were good with the, hey, I'm gonna bring my 20 of my friends. you know.
Feel you around those ones.
And then you would see them get mentioned, and then they would play the music as if they have produced it. You know, like, just everybody go, oh my God, listen to this song that has just come out. Bro, you didn't do anything. It's like, hey, listen to my Spotify list. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like, I usually do not like those kind of, because I feel like there is a person who's producing. And they are losing that spot.
I feel you, bro.
They understand music. But at the same time, you can't really be hating on something that gets, you know, views. So if it's good, it's good, right?
I know, man. You know, and that's why sometimes you hear people say, like, you know, fake it till you make it, you know.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I guess that's what those people have been doing. But, you know, obviously, as I said, it would take a lot of skills. You know, 100%. You need that skills to be able to, like, directly move. And then when you plan any place, you know, knowing your skills, mastering your skills, you won't have any fear. You can play wherever you want to play. But when it comes to those people that you mentioned, they can get e-cops and then start doing the wrong stuff. And then obviously the truth comes out. They're like, oh, I wish I had known. I wish I had done it well. I wish I had done my lesson.
I remember one of my friends used to be like, oh, I'm going to play this Iranian music. I'm like, bro... That's a completely different beat from like an EDM place.
I know,
are you sure you want to do that? Well, hey, it is what it is, right? Is it easy for you to get girls?
Oh, I shouldn't be saying
as
anything.
As a DJ producer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where to start. But you know, obviously, you know, people have different intentions. But my intentions, because I've got my girlfriend, so we cool, you know. And it comes down to trust levels. But sometimes I think maybe way back, people used to have the ideas like, oh, DJs can get girls, or so if you're an artist. I mean, it's true for some people, but if you have, like, you know, someone you love, obviously anything around you wouldn't make sense because you care about your woman.
Single.
If you're single, no, I mean that's a different case. But obviously,
you got a nice view as well, right?
But
you can see everybody.
You can see everyone, but same time, it comes down to like you just like, you know, you knowing like, you know, where you want to put yourself in. Because if you decide to like, oh, I'm gonna go for this girl, I'm gonna go for that girl, you're just gonna lose your mind.
Too much.
You're mixing too much.
So you're saying you gotta mix the right amount of girls.
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, you need to go me there.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. But at the same time, you know, because it comes down to trust. Like for example, if I have a show, I can tell my girlfriend like, oh, I'm gonna be here, and then obviously she's been
on
few
the shows.
Yeah, she's been there, so just to see like what we do, and then it comes down to building that trust level.
True.
So shout out to my girlfriend. You know, I know you see this. So
was that a yes or a no?
I mean, as I said, some people,
some people like say have not you.
Okay, not me,
but
with some people, obviously, they might get a chance. You know, they might get a chance because you see sometimes some girls can come up to you and be like, "Oh, can you play this mix for me?" And then in doing so, you know, some of them might try to be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" You know, like, you know, trying to talk you through, or some people might even try and buy you a drink. And you're like, why? Like, what's the reason? You know? But I'm just saying, like, in some cases...
You're complaining about the wrong kind of stuff. Like, yeah, they're going to buy you drinks and then they're going to take you out for dinner. Oh, my God.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it comes down to, like, you know, differences. Like, with people, if your songs are really good, you're going to get people come up to you. And, of course, some people can be like, oh, I really like your mix. I really like what you're doing.
If I really play good music produced by other people, then the crowd is going to be attracted to me.
Definitely, because you making
this sounds really bad. I don't want to be a DJ anymore.
Because you're doing the right work, but you know, as I said, it happens in different ways, in different forms. You know what I mean?
So it has happened to you in different ways and different forms.
Whoa, I don't know where to put that.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, it's like digging deep. Nah, jokes.
Before you get up and leave. All right, so he has a girlfriend. How's everything right now? Like, so if you're like, are you able to get gigs right now at clubs? Is it easy? Are you getting it like almost on a weekly basis, monthly basis?
Right now it's been very, as I said, it's been very quiet because I haven't really been doing like, a lot of DJing like as I used to do before.
Yeah.
And what I've been trying to get involved more is just on the performance side.
Yeah.
I want to actually do more music performance, like, do more shows.
True.
And I think that's still a challenge for now,
Yeah.
because artists need that sort of like, place to be able to, perform live, express themselves. There was a time I was even trying to get to play at this venue. And guess what? They were asking me for bad tab. Minimum bad tab was 10,000. And I was like,
what do you mean? Like you gotta...
You have to pay like a minimum. You have to pay to perform.
Pay to perform. That's something that I've heard a lot. Pay to perform.
Yeah.
10,000?
10,000. That was the minimum. But I'm not going to say their name out. And I was like...
Just give the location.
It's somewhere in the city.
It's somewhere in the city.
It's somewhere in the city. It's somewhere in the city. Somewhere around K Road. K Road. Yeah, K Road. But I mean, it's behind. But it's a good location. They've done a lot of stuff. True. But that's why I said, like, part of the challenges sometimes could be like, for example, imagine the minimum bad tap spend you need to have in place a 10 grand, and if you're not able to make that from people buying drinks, you're liable to pay the rest of the cost. So that's another struggle. Yeah. But people don't understand this. If you want to do a show, of course, you want to be the main artist. You want to try and get like all the people around. You want to get like, maybe few DJs, few artists. Or you don't really know that you need to pay them as well.
Yeah.
Because those will get paid. So if you have to do your calculations to actually do a show, you're probably looking at doing like 20K plus.
Like if I say I would pay you 50K a month, all right? And then you gotta quit this. I just wanted to play Justin Bieber. Would you do it?
Bruh.
Yeah.
Like,
you've been singing Baby on your way out.
I mean, not Justin Bieber, but it's
not okay. All right. So
but any music, that's what I'm saying. Like, it comes down with like, if there's availability for you to obviously get resources for what you're doing, then why not take the chance?
Whatever, yeah.
50. You take the chance, but most of us want to do something we really like, and then we get that return back, because artists are giving out all their self-expression, all their talent, all their hard work.
Yeah,
you'll be surprised. Some people are always in the studios like for 12 hours. There was a time we were in studio. I remember going to Wellington with my friend Leilani, so we did Fancy Girl together. And TK Parrots was also based in Wellington. So shout out to him as well. Yeah. And shout out to Leilani. This is a really great artist. Like when I tell you, we were in the studio for like probably in total time, like about 13 hours. We were just coming with different creativity, different ways we want to compose the track.
Yeah.
And people don't really understand that. Imagine 13 hours, 14 hours before the song is fully recorded. And then there's another phase called mixing. You have to sit down with a producer to mix the track very well.
Yeah.
And then when that's mixed, you also need the mastering to be done.
Yeah.
Which is another time. So it's like different phases. And I've already subtracted the creativity side of actually writing the song.
Yeah.
Because you have to write the song, you have to know how the song is gonna flow.
Yeah.
So people don't really understand those sort of processes, but artists are always willing to come in with eagerness to actually release the music out, to express to their fans like, okay, this is my story. I want you guys to love it. I want you guys to hear it as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I think the question on everyone's mind is, how big is it?
Like right now in New Zealand, like the music scene.
No, I mean your passion for music.
The passion for music, obviously, like it's massive. Like it's like I don't want to compare it to a volcanic eruption because it's there. It's burning, and I always find myself, going in between, like being an artist and also being a mentor to sort of help people who want to come in and do music.
Yeah, and it's quite a long journey, right?
It is a long journey. Like, I've been making music since I was like playing guitar, playing piano, all learning it myself since I was 10 years old.
And it's quite hard as well. It stays hard.
It stays hard because, you grinding, you pushing yourself out daily, doing all you can do. But same time, there's the love for the music because music keeps you going.
100%.
But same time, you have to have fun. So I'm not saying like I'm too serious in like, in the making, but of course I have fun as well. Like, chill out and then get different ideas, get inspirations from like, above.
Yeah.
But what people don't really know is that artists need that sort of encouragement,
True.
support, and then you'd be surprised. Like artists they will do the best of themselves. You know,
Yeah.
they will get out there, and then also the younger generations, because they're always looking up for people to be able to develop them as well, and
Yeah.
they can easily express themselves. For example, me growing up, I used to look up to Skepta, like from the UK. I used to look up to like like Jay-Z, Kanye
Yeah.
West.
Me too.
Yeah, Mick Mill. So and that sort of like form.
Eminem.
Eminem. Yeah,
Eminem.
Eminem.
The only thing we can say is like the Bible. Eminem. Done.
I know, bro. But as I said, like the best way is like being there, mentoring those people, having
Yeah.
a good leadership program for them in place to be able to get to that stage.
But life gets easy after. Like, I mean, I get all this journey is quite long and hard and everything, right? Sounds wrong, but it's quite difficult. But it gets. I remember back in the day, I used to work at a place. I'm not gonna say why I signed an NDA.
Let's
Yeah,
spit on.
yeah. And then a lot of celebrities used to come to that place
Wow.
for their shows. They used to stay somewhere. But I used to meet them for some reason.
Nice.
Yeah, and I met Ja Rule
Oh wow.
and Nelly and man, and their crews as well. Like all the people, the backup dancers and everything.
Yeah.
And some of the best, sweetest people you ever meet. I didn't meet Kendrick Lamar. Unfortunately, I had the opportunity, but I met Kevin Hart.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Really, really cool guy. I was just there, and then he came, asked for help with something. And it sucks that I can't say where I was working. The story just doesn't sound good at all. Yeah,
Because people will be like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit, can you tell
He
us?"
was like, can you help me with something? It sounds like I'm saying a fake story.
Sorry.
Yeah, but I had to carry his bag. All right, for some reason. Like, I mean, I didn't have to. I just offered. He was nice.
I
about
know,
it.
man.
Yeah, and there were like 4 or 5 really huge dudes around him. I have the picture with him.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
people don't believe.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
It's a real story.
It's a
This is real
story.
talk.
Yeah, I met Kevin Hart.
Fuck, man.
Not only that, I was with him in the
Nice,
elevator
nice.
for 12 floors.
Oh.
But I think with other people in it.
Does that one side, just you're coming out.
Yeah,
yo.
I'm just yeah.
I
But
feel you, bro.
I mean, the reason I say this is life after that just gets.
exactly.
It's beautiful. It's easy. Now the people are gonna listen to you too much. They're gonna dig it deep. They're gonna see who you're dating, who you're not dating.
Exactly.
Are you ready for that?
Bro, it's of course, as I said, it's sometimes, life goes on with like, with those sort of like, viewpoints you have in place.
Yeah.
But for me, when the opportunity comes, it would come at the right time. But same time, you have to be prepared. But being prepared means like, of course, you have to keep your stuff very personal because sometimes people can dig in deep. People want to know the history. People want to know your A to Z.
Yeah.
But it all comes down to how can you keep yourself in check and don't let like, that sort of like status or that sort of like fame or that ego get to you. For me, like, I respect my family. My family are day ones, my extended family, my friends. There's other people that are, I'll be around with,
True.
regardless of people I see. I will treat them like my family, like my friends. There shouldn't be any difference, you know what I mean?
100%.
You're making money, you're doing this, you're doing that, but do you remember those people who helped you out to get there as well?
Yeah.
Because, sometimes we all get those support from our family,
100%.
those push from our friends as well to be like,
Yeah.
yo, you can crack this, you can do this.
Yeah. That's why I'm doing this. My
That's the
mom
one,
told
man.
me you can do it.
Bro, that's it.
Yeah.
Shout out to your mom. Shout out to your mom.
Shout out to moms. Moms. All
Moms,
moms.
for
Yeah.
real, bro.
Shout out to your mom.
Big up.
And yeah, Serena as well helping me out with
Yeah.
Insta. If I make it, I'll make sure that I'll buy you something good.
Nice.
Yeah, something real nice.
Nice.
100%. What do you mean real nice? When ladies with it, real nice. That sounded expensive.
I
What
know.
is real? How much is it real nice?
Well,
Yeah,
she's gonna bring the invoice.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I hope I make it. I'm not
bro,
sure.
you will,
Even if
you
I
will,
don't, it's
you
fine.
will, you will, bro.
I'm already financially in loss, but
we will get there, bro.
100%, bro.
We will get there,
100%.
bro.
I'm not even worried. I really like to talk to people. It's a good to understand other things. Something that's for me. I'm a multicultural person. I can speak different languages as well. I've lived in India for 15 years, and now I'm in New Zealand. And for the past 3 years that I've been here, I feel New Zealand has been really friendly. The people are really friendly. Yeah, times are changing. Yeah, things are changing amongst the youngsters as well. But most people are super sweet and nice, and they really have a really good respect. Even though I'm a foreigner, and I'm not a foreigner from a place where people are a fan of. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's like all the media and the things.
I know,
but
bro.
people have been super sweet. I've never felt like an outsider. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I belong here. What about you? Have you ever faced racism? Now, the reason I asked you this because I back in the day, 2-3 years ago, before I knew you, I'd gone out with a date with a girl who was from Nigeria. No, she was from UK. She was black, and while we were talking, she was just telling me about certain things that she has faced over here, and it was unbelievable for me because I've never seen or amongst anybody. What about you? Like, have you ever faced anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a big topic, you know, and then there's different ways you can always like, you know, talk it out, you know. For example, you being young, coming to a new place, I'll give you a classic example, you know, being young and then you trying to find a way to like, you know, fit in or find a way to like, you know, be yourself. But sometimes challenges come.
Yeah.
Because I remember going to this high school where it was like all the different ethnicity. And obviously me coming from like a different place, you know, it was like more like, oh, damn, you know, this is someone new in our class. So everyone will try and do some crazy shit. Like, you know, when I say crazy shit, like sometimes some people turn off the lights in the class to make fun. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Man, that's not funny at all.
You know, it's madness.
Yeah, that's
I remember my high school teacher, like, bro, that's what I said, like, it's real, but same time funny. My high school teacher, but obviously shout out to her. You know, when I was still in that class,
I tried again.
I know, bro. Bro, it's fucked up, man.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
What the hell, bro?
Yeah. And my high school teacher, I don't want to say her name out, but shout out to her. I know who you are. She would still come up to me and tell me, "Don't worry," you know. Like she used to be, she was the sweetest person.
Yeah, they're just jealous.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And then another classic example, people used to make reference like, you know, Akon. Because then I was like, is he every African young boy or African man them that looks like Akon? There's plenty of people around the world.
Yeah.
Or they name you around like, you know, all the sort of artists and there's different that. But of course, I was just being me. You know, I was just being who I am, true to myself. So, in saying that, there's different forms of racism people experience. It could be at a workplace. It could be at a school. It could be when you walk in. It could be in the bus.
Yeah.
But
like, I would get offended if they call me DJ Khaled.
You know,
like,
it's just like, what the I know. So, it used to get to that level, but and I feel like as you grow, you know, you learn differences. And I think one of the best things that I've learned to realize is all about you accepting yourself for who you are, because you can never change anything about
100%,
yourself.
100%.
You're God's creation. You know, the same way black is created, the same way white is created, brown, pink, blue, any color of the rainbow. You know, whatever you are who you are. Yeah. Even motherfuckers trying to change you, bro. Like, you know, they ain't got no change because they can't replace your DNA. Yeah. Because you are true to yourself. 100%. Wherever you are, wherever you go. And I think it got to that stage of like me accepting myself for who I am. Yeah. It was a struggle, you know. And then, of course, don't get me wrong, New Zealand is friendly, but it comes down to education as well. Like 100%. Mostly in high school, because high school level of racism was crazy. Parents need to teach their children to respect any other people that look different to them. Because if children don't change, obviously they're going to get old and then they will pass it on to their children. Yeah. And then it creates that sort of like trend. But if we're able to find a way to educate our children to tell them like, you have to accept people for who they are, regardless of who they are, then life is going to be sweet. 100%. Of course.
So in school, they really need to educate.
Yeah, they really need to educate.
I haven't done my schooling here, but I've heard bullying, all those kind of things is a serious matter in New Zealand. And I hope people watch this, as someone has experienced it, and
Exactly,
they
bro.
would make a difference. They would make it because to some point, some things are funny jokes. I roll with jokes as well every day,
course,
bro.
I
You know,
know.
I make my
I know, bro.
like But at some point, it's like, hey, I can talk shit about me. You can't talk shit about me, bro. Like you can just laugh along.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, we
But-
can make a common friendly joke, but not personal.
Yeah,
You
and,
know.
the thing is, like, how much do I know you?
Exactly.
You know, like sometimes you say something, I say something, and we are bros for 2 years. You know, and then we know at the end of the day, our full intentions, nothing's
Exactly.
between us. But like, you don't know someone that just suddenly try to make an impression. That's just wrong.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm 100%. So you got any on the good part? On the good part,
Yeah.
I got a question for you, just to light it up a bit.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Would you ever start an OnlyFans?
Woo, bro. This is lighting off shit. I mean,
He's like, this was not in the questions you sent me last night.
I mean, like, OnlyFans, I don't think I'll ever get into that shit, but I mean, respectfully, but, OnlyFans was just, I think OnlyFans popped up during the time there was COVID, like, I think around that era, so people were bored, and then all the people in the adult industries, they needed to...
But OnlyFans is not just adult, it's also music. You can put out your
Well,
music.
are you sure? I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I...
I mean, unless some people doing some shady stuff, yeah.
Do you have the facilities?
Oh, I don't think so.
Like the camera and stuff, I mean.
Cameras, funny enough, I don't even have any cameras, but it's not something I'm thinking like.
Yeah, no.
What do you
Camera
mean?
and lighting,
No. I'm not into that. You know what I mean? But
So what level in your life do you have to get to start an OnlyFans?
Jeez, that's if you're like really, really desperate
Really
desperate on a different desperate
so
level.
like a 9 to 5 McDonald's, or you will still get the McDonald's.
I'll still do the
100%,
Macca's. I'll still do the
100%.
Macca's. I'd rather do the
Yeah.
Macca's, cook food.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I still work in the food industry as well,
Yeah.
but that's just like a different type of hustle,
yeah,
to
yeah.
make money. Because as I said, with
You got to,
artistry,
100%.
you need to work somewhere else
Yeah.
to be able to cater for your needs.
100%.
If the music it's not yet getting
Bro,
there.
I work a 9 to 5 job as well. Like it's just not in food, but it's something else.
I know, bro. I
Like
think
we all.
that's what we meant. That's what we meant.
Yeah. That's what you told me
I know,
about
bro.
all the jewelry and stuff.
Yeah, I love my juries. I love the juries. The watch, the chain.
the
Of course,
chain.
it's just
Yeah.
it's just representation of like how you
100%,
feel.
100%.
It's not like I'm wearing that to flex or that,
Nah.
but I'm just I just want my
Yeah.
juries.
You worked for it. You earned it.
Exactly,
You didn't
exactly.
steal it. It wasn't
100%.
RAM rated.
Like I paid. I
you
paid for it.
He has the receipt. So
Let's go, bro.
No, that's cool, bro. I mean, for me, I feel like, I've thought about starting an OnlyFans.
For real.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I feel like I have the hope that if everything fails, I will start an OnlyFans. But at the same time, I feel like if I start an OnlyFans and if it fails, after me doing everything, then I have no hope.
But the question is, what would be your content though?
It would be a really good content
Hey.
for nobody. I don't think anyone would. Yeah, but it's
I feel
just
you, bro.
having a successful OnlyFans is wrong on so many, I mean, people make money anyway, right?
I know,
For
bro.
me, I just okay, there's so many other things you can do.
For sure.
But hey, if you want to start an OnlyFans, fine. I'm not subscribing.
Whatever's out there, if you want to do you
You
can do you.
Yeah, it's free on Reddit anyway. But I'm not paying for that. Yeah,
Maybe you might need to get approval from your girlfriend as well.
Yeah. For research purposes.
I know.
For my friend.
You can be like, oh, this is the NDA,
Yeah. I'm just doing a research about, for the
For you,
podcast.
bro.
For the podcast, yeah. Yeah, but then I feel like if it fails, I have failed in starting an OnlyFans.
I
That's
know,
even worse
bro.
than being
That's-
successful at
real,
an OnlyFans, So that's the only reason I haven't started my own.
Don't worry, bro. You still got it, bro.
But it's-
You got it, bro. You got it, bro. You got it.
So got any music coming out?
So right now I've actually released like few tracks like earlier this year. Released a track that I worked on with one of the bros as well, with Wild Kid.
Yeah.
And then the recent one that we recently did was more of the Afrobeat that I told you.
Yeah.
Afrobeat at my piano.
Yeah.
Which is Super Story. So that's the one that I also went to the radio station for.
Yeah.
So the track was more like, talking about reality and talking about vibes
100%.
and talking about fun. But you know what? With every story, it always involves like a man and a woman.
Yes.
So this type of story was just
not every story.
But I mean, but this time for one of the bros, you know, for one of the bros, you know. So it was just talking about like, you know, a bit of a controversial vibe that happened between him and this girl. And then it's crazy. So he had to, because he couldn't know how to say the story out loud, but created the story in the form of the music.
Yeah.
And then to let the music get a vibe, to get a groove of like, okay, this is what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
But the bro is doing well, you know, it's doing good. Because at that stage, as I said, artists have different ways to communicate.
100%.
But you have to just think in deep when you listen to the music to be able to understand what it's saying.
Yeah.
If you don't get it, you won't get it.
You won't get it, yeah.
And that's it.
So is your music the one that you're talking about? Has it already been released or is it coming out?
It's on Spotify, so
it's on Spotify. So I will put what's the name?
Super Story. Super Story.
Super Story. I will put the link up there.
So you can find it on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, bro. Yeah, Tidal, name it, any platforms.
Just support from a New Zealand artist. I feel like I want to give platform to everybody.
Thank you.
And as someone who also wants to have a platform, it's good to have people who don't have a platform. You know what I'm saying?
For
Kevin Hart's and they have a good platform already, right? And hopefully one day, you know, you get there. But it's good to get the artists that soon will be becoming something huge and working for their passion every day, and you know, working a 9-to-5 job, trying to make it, working on the minimum wage. So listen to the music. I hope you like it. Follow him on Instagram. He does amazing DJ sets, and the vibe is crazy. And like, just go and see it online. It speaks for itself. So 100% I'll be coming to your next gig. I didn't know that I could.
I know, bro. I know.
We can go.
You can come. Pull up. You know, next one. When we have it, the next one, once it's all planned out. 100%.
And 100 like. I will be there for sure.
Big up, man.
We have 2 more minutes. Like we have 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, bro. Got anything you want to say?
I just want to say, you know, shout out to everyone. You know, everyone who's listening.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, you know, New Zealand music, independent artists, they really need your support as well. You know, support comes in different forms. You know, whatever you want to do to support, you're more than happy to do so. And then artists would deliver the best of their best. You know, I'm not speaking for myself, but I'm speaking generally for all the independent artists that need, like, you know, that sort of like, you know, different ways for them to basically progress.
Yeah.
Because with music, you need to progress in different stage.
Yeah.
At the same time, once you do your music, you want to have fun as well.
Okay.
You know, being around doing, like, you know, different sort of like, you know, charity works, because sometimes I also help out in charity, just like, you know, do some charity work on the side. And then it's like more like if you give out, you get a return. It's a law, you know. So people are ready to, like, you know, invest in, you know, different type of stuff you want to do around.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like, you know, that's the best that artists can do, and then the best you guys can do for the artists as well.
Now, I know you spoke about the place you don't like, that you don't want to mention, in K Road.
Oh.
Yeah, they charge you 10K for a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. What place do you like? Like, what club you can name that you like, I fuck with that club?
So, I mean, dude, I think I'll probably say, but it's quite sad now, but Roxy used to be really good. You know, I remember
Why is it sad?
Roxy.
No, I know, but why is it sad? You said it's quite sad now.
Because Roxy's shut down.
Oh, is it?
They closed.
I didn't know.
They closed and I think it's probably due to financial issues. They couldn't make up the money, and as we discussed, like a lot of venues are really struggling.
Yeah.
And then looking at Cassette 9, but the best place that I would love to actually perform to a wider crowd would be Spark Arena.
Spark
Arena. One day,
too.
you know, we're going to be there. We're going to be live there, you know.
100%. One for the
One
Spark
day.
Arena. 100%.
Spark Arena.
You're going to catch him for sure. Next year, same time.
Let's go.
He won't even be talking to me that time.
Hey,
you remember you came on my podcast, bro?
I'm like, nah, it ain't going to be like that, bro. It wouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like that, bro.
Well, all right. Yeah, well, I hope I see you at Spark as well, 100%.
For sure, bro. For sure, bro.
So I think we got to wrap it up. We already have a person. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, and thank you for joining me. If you've watched this episode, we'll be back soon. And yeah,
thank you. Much love, bro.
Zero.